Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good afternoon. This is Athena StarSeed, and I am in Mount Shasta right now, right in my hotel room. And I don't know if you can see, because there's so much light. The mountain is right behind me, directly behind me. So if you're watching on Facebook, you can look down the timeline and see a picture of the huge mountain. And there are 1, 2, 3 huge clouds that, well, if you're a starseed, you know that they're cloud ships. So I'm not going to say any more about that. Anyway, I'm very excited to be here at the Water Woman Festival, produced by Agape and Dharmata Tara, who is a very dear friend of mine. And the keynote speaker is Henry Lozano, who is a sun dancer, and he has been doing ceremonies every single day. They just came back from the mountain and did a beautiful tobacco ceremony, offering their prayers to the mountain. So that's very exciting. I wanted to sing a little bit today because I perform tonight at 8 o'clock, and I might be able to broadcast live. If I can, I will. If not, I will record it, and it'll be in a YouTube video, because we're going to be, I guess there's about 50 of us or so gathering, and it'll be at an Indian restaurant right in Mount Shasta. Yay! So I want to start by thanking my teachers, all of my teachers, all my spiritual teachers, and also to my Kirtan teachers. So I was very, I guess from the beginning, in 2006, I was inspired by an incredible Kirtan singer that I heard while I was in the Krishna temple at Burning Man, and I was peeling potatoes. And I heard the voice of an angel, and I thought somebody was playing the radio back then. Does everybody remember radios? I remember hearing it, and I turned a couple different corners, and then I saw this beautiful goddess with a harmonium chanting holy prayers to women. And I asked her name, and she told me Karnamrita Dasi. And I thought that was the most beautiful name I'd ever heard, and it means the divine nectar of sound. And so she gifted me her album, because at Burning Man you don't pay for anything. Everybody shares and they gift each other things. And she gifted me this album, and it was a CD back in the day when there were CDs. And I played it at my house in Toluca Lake over and over and over and over again. And I had been going through a very, very challenging time, what most people might call the dark night of the soul. And so for the next, I don't know, I guess, 2006 till right about now, I mean, I listened to that song probably every day, the album, for like a year. And it got me out of a huge, huge slump. So I want to thank her, because she has influenced my life in such a great way, and actually she made me really want to sing Kirtan. And then magically, in 2011, I was going to a Sikh temple, and I had a Sikh gift me a harmonium. And then in 2012, I had a Kirtan drummer, Loka, gift me a drum. So the universe was talking to me, you should be doing some Kirtan, you know? So it still took me a little minute to get myself together. And on my 50th birthday, I really decided I would commit to really singing and putting my spiritual music out, which I hadn't really done over the last 10 years, just little tiny spurts. So to thank Karnamrita Dasi as one of my teachers, and also Madhu, who I've been taking some training with, and all the other wonderful bhakti devotees who have inspired me throughout the years. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And before we ever start a kirtan, we always pray and we sing the holy names of God. And that's what I like to do now. And we ask them to bless the sacred sounds. So. I sing for the mountains, and I sing for the trees, and I sing for the children of the earth and all sentient beings, that we may be free. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai, Jai, Jai. A key to all the gurus. Om, Jai, a key. I offer my songs to the wind, to the winged ones, to the creepy crawlers, to the indigenous peoples of this land, to our forefathers, and to our star brothers and sisters, and to all of the beings and all of the names of God. Ahoma Takias, and to all of my relations. How many of you know I'm a starseed? So I remember my heritage. It comes from light, rebirths in light, and returns to light. Receive the sound of love. Receive the sound of love. Tell you what, there's some amazing Mount Shasta water. You can hike up to a place where you fill up your jugs with fresh mountain water. And that's what they greeted me with yesterday when I came. I received gifts and prayer ties from Henry Lozano and gifts from Dharmata Tara. And Reverence has just been, she just played in the snow this morning and she's totally soaking wet, but she's so in love with playing outside in nature. Talk about a reboot, right? Just take some kids camping. Okay. So I always like to call in the 4 directions before I start any prayer formants. So, close your eyes, open your hearts, and imagine huge 30-foot angels on the 4 corners of wherever you are. Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Michael, and Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Gabriel, Father Sky, and Mother Earth. From the point of light within me, from before my birth, I'm calling it into the sacred circle of light. Sing with me. I'm calling it into the sacred circle of light. Sing with me. I'm calling it into this sacred circle of wealth, prosperity, peace. Calling it into this sacred circle of wealth, emotion, release. Calling it into this sacred circle of light. Archangel Raphael, heal us today. And Archangel Michael, protect our way. And Archangel Gabriel, hold us in your womb. Share your compassion and grace with us now. And Archangel Uriel, sacred geometry, you connect us to heaven, and on earth it shall be. Father Sky, and Mama Earth. From the point of light within us, from before our birth, we're calling it into the sacred circle of light. Sing with me. We're calling it into the sacred circle of light. Sing with me. We're calling it into the sacred circle of wealth, prosperity, peace. Calling it into the sacred circle of wealth, emotion, release. Calling it into the sacred circle of light. We're calling it in. The four directions. J, a key. J, we're calling it in. So, that's a song I wrote about, I don't know, when I was 44. And I write that from personal experience because I had an encounter with a real live angel. And the angel was very tall and like a huge column of light. And it was right around that time in 2006 when I was going through that struggle, the dark night of the soul, when you're depressed, you don't know where you're going, you don't know who you are. You're like, how is this not making sense? My life, everything I thought I wanted, I achieved. And I'm still not happy. And then I saw my very first angel. And I had a miraculous healing. And I radically changed. And one of the things that changed was my name. I was born Tina Renee Castaldi, which Tina Renee means river reborn. And a brief little story was my grandmother was very psychic. And she had a dream before I was born, before there was ultrasound, that I would be a little baby girl and that my name would be Tina Renee. And she called my mother and she told my mother, and that is how I received my birth name. Now in 2000 and I think it was around 7 or 8, I started journaling every day, and I started automatic writing. And my angels came to me and basically told me, you will now be called Athena StarSeed. And I just argued, and I said, I don't want to be called Athena StarSeed. That's silly. People are going to fire me as a trainer. I'm not going to do that. I was personal training at the time. And it kept saying, yes, yes, yes. It's based on your name, Tina. Tina, it makes it more round. And I was like, okay. I called my friend who was very spiritual, working at Warner Brothers. He was in the film industry, Michael Perland. And I said, Michael, I got this really crazy message that they wanted me to change my name to Athena StarSeed. What do you think? And he said, I'm printing you business cards. So 2 days later, he shows up at my house with business cards for soul readings. And I started getting phone calls from all over the world. I didn't advertise. I didn't know anybody even figured out how to get a hold of me. But somehow my phone started ringing, and that was the beginning of me doing intuitive readings. So sometimes we think we know what's going on, and it's just about us surrendering. And when we surrender, all the magic happens and the flow opens. So one of my favorite scriptures is Jeremiah 29:11. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You can look it up. But there's a plan greater than what we think the plan is for us, that God has for us, a master plan. And that is to have us live a joyful life on purpose and in complete surrender to the divine will of God. So this next song is not mine. It is Abby Spinner. She's out of Vegas, and she was with Jeff McBride, And she used to sing this at her gatherings, and I loved it so much that I love to sing it as I open my shows. So this is a shout out to Abby. We love you. Thank you for your beautiful music. And you can check her out on YouTube. She's wonderful. We are going to a sacred place. We are now in sacred space. We are living in a state of grace. We are living in a sacred way. And then you sing, I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you. And then I sing, we are going to a sacred place. We are now in sacred space. We are living in a state of grace. We are loving in a sacred way. To the nature, I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you. To the mountains, I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you. To the animals, I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you. To the crystal kingdom, I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you. To the human kingdom, I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you. To the whole world, to Mother Gaia, I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you. To the universe, I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you, beloved. I love you. I am you. We are true. Shoo. The truth is we are all one. We are all one in the body, in the mind, in the heart of God. We are all one. No matter what you call God, whether you call God Jesus, whether you call God Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, these are all different names for God. All different names for God. God has many names. In every language, for every race, is a name for God. So I wanted to read a poem to everyone that I wrote probably about 4 years ago. And it's called I Trust God. I trust God. And so many times in our life when we're like, what is happening? You know? My big one was when I lost my home, right, in the mortgage crisis. What is happening? Surrender. If I was a Sufi poet, I would say, now that my house is burned down, I can see the stars more clearly. And sometimes I feel like that. And other times, I don't. So if you're going through a struggle with COVID or with finances or with a love relationship or with your soul life or your purpose, receive this poem and know that you're always a candle, even if it's in a dark night, and the light will increase if you fan the flame. May 26, 2015. I Trust God poem by Athena. I trust God with all that is. I know the Spirit's here to give. We are always asked to let go of all we think and all we know. Come quietly, she calls us to her breast. She whispers softly, it's all in jest. Do not be upset or afraid in any way. This life is here to play, play, play. When you see God in all of thee, you'll remember why the we are we. To teach you how to love and let go, to see it's all a play of dough. The puppets that you think are you will surely show you what to do. Just don't identify with them too much, or you'll lose your infinity by the touch. The master's hand is never far. The master's heart is born of stars. Inside of you, at the very core, there is a very tiny door. To walk right through will courage take, to see beyond the veils of fate. You see what your vibrations allow. You wake up with your heart of vows, to which you stand and say and sing, and this, the heaven the angels bring. To God I cheer, to God I trust, for he and she are all of us. So in this present moment now, I sing the song of every how. For all the dreams and all the sights, I see my soul a flying kite. I will sow the seeds of loving kindness into a bouquet of conscious thought and continue passing out the flowers of God's every little thought. To share a hug, to share a meal with God's pure grace, I know they'll feel from my every wonder-filled garden of light, the many colors of omnipresent sight. So as we all see that we are all the same, God plants new seeds and grows more grain. As every grain becomes a stalk, we start to crawl, we start to walk into our later wisdom years, where we address all worldly fears. And with each let go of all this stuff, we bless the world and increase our fluff. And as we spread our angel wings, we see the truth that heaven brings. It's here right now, it's always been. To remember, that's how we win. I love you, friends. I love you, soulmates, sages and saints, and servers of humanity. I dedicate this holy poem to the purity in thee, to hearts that heal and souls that unwind. We see our souls beyond all time. Om, 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 and amen. I love poetry. I don't know about you, but when I'm really quiet, I like to spend a lot of time alone. See, when you empty your cup, that means emptiness, being alone, meditation, nature walks, sanctuary, the hermit card, sanctuary, sanctuary, sanctuary. When you empty your cup of all the thoughts and all the emotions and all the to-do lists and all the agendas, you become empty. And then you start to hear the still, small voice. And the fear dissolves and melts away. And then all you want to do is play, play, play. That's all you want to do. All I want to do is play. So, would you like to be my cosmic playmates? Because I'm here at Mount Shasta, and I don't really have anything to do except for sing. Yay! Sing, sing, sing. And I do my soul readings. And let me just tell you, when you surrender your will to God, if if you just, I mean, I wake up in the morning just for me, and I just go, God, take me. These are your hands, these are your feet, this is your mouth, this is your body of light, whatever you want me to do. You say jump, I say how high. I just made a commitment a long time ago. Whatever, whenever, however, I'm in service. I'm in service to the divine Holy Spirit. I'm in service. I made a pledge, I'm in service. And when I said yes to Mount Shasta, coming all the way up here, literally, I couldn't even get out the door, and I booked 3 readings. I had to pull over on the highway as I'm driving that 9-hour drive, pull over at a rest stop and do a reading. And then I got back on the car, and then I got booked again and pull over and do another reading. And last night I had a reading. And then this morning at 9 o'clock, I had another reading. I was like, okay, like when it rains, it pours, because I'm in a service mode. I'm in a service mode to surrender to the will of God. So yes, it's scary. You got to take big risks. But the rewards are ineffable. All right, so I want to sing this other song, and I wrote this, oh my goodness, I can't even remember how long. It's actually an Alanis Morissette song called Utopia, and I rewrote the words, and I usually sing it from my phone. But I'm just going to sing just the first verse, and it's kind of how I feel. We gather around, create sacred space. We empty ourselves and engage in casting dreams. We all speed up to the presence of light. We bless all our dreams to remember what's right. We will sing, we will dance, we will laugh, we will pray, we'll rejoice, we'll have fun, our cosmic play. This is Utopia, this is our Utopia, this is our nirvana, our highest light. Utopia, Utopia, Utopia. It's so easy. It's so easy to create utopia. It's so easy. I figured out a long time ago, if I stopped trying to change everybody else out there, as a personal trainer and as a life coach and as a medium and an intuitive, people call me and ask for, help me change, 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 change. Well, you can only change yourself. And I realized when I started making the changes, my clients started having big, huge shifts. And Michael Jackson said it the best, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking her, or woman, I'm looking at the woman in the mirror. I'm asking her to change her ways. So, practical application, because I'm that kind of gal. I've changed my diet, super changed. I've changed my habit patterns. I've changed my exercise regime. I went from being a triathlete, weightlifting, aerobics, mud runs, 50-mile bike rides, okay, super duper, to yoga and Tai Chi and Qigong. And my diet went from vegetarian to vegan to fasting to breatharianism. Woo! Intervals. Change is fun. Change is exciting. Change, change, change. Spring has sprung. Something new has begun. Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Is it me? So to be in joy, we create utopia. We can create utopia right here, right now, by just being in love with life. And if you can accept, and I can accept, what is, you know, I threw out all my plans. I had a plan to get here as a straight 9-hour drive. God had other plans. 4 hours in, I was, you know, I had an oil light that came on. I had to pull over. That took 45 minutes. I'm on the road again. 2 hours later, my bumper falls off. I'm up with Guy Douglas on the phone. I'm like, hey, this is great. I'm going to Mount Shasta. He's like, what's happening? I'm like, my bumper's falling off. Don't pull over by these freeway. You're going to get hit by a massive... No, I'm going to be fine. Pull over. Half hour gone. I'm still going to go. I'm going to get there at 11 o'clock at night instead of 9 p.m. I'm good. 3 hours later, I totally got lost on the 5 freeway and I ended up on the 580 and now I'm heading to San Francisco and I was like, hey, that's not where my gig is. Hey, you know, turn the car around, drive another 21 minutes back, get a night in a hotel in Tracy. Beautiful city. I'm in the flow. Lay down, rest with my daughter. We'll get a good start tomorrow. You know, I had a plan and God had other plans. And I ended up in a town meeting strangers. Some angel helps me with my oil. Somebody else helped me with my bumper. Somebody else told me where to go to get something. I had duct tape. I needed to type things together. Like one angel after another I met in all these wonderful places that I stopped accidentally, on purpose. You know, just when you think you know what's going on, if you just laugh your way through all your troubles, magic happens. So I just threw out all my plans and I said, you know what, I'm going to get there when I get there. I didn't know what my set list was until this morning. And I said, God, what's the set list? I thought I was going to do something totally different last night and it wasn't happening. And now I'm going to be performing tonight, another whole set list that I haven't practiced probably in like, I don't know, 6 months. But here I am. I'm just surrendered. Surrender with me if you want to increase the flow. Okay, so I'd like to sing a song that I wrote with the guitar now. Here she is. I believe instruments have souls. Everything has a soul. A rock, a blade of grass, a mountain, Mount Shasta, glorious Mount Shasta. I'm actually singing to Mount Shasta. Behind this camera is a gorgeous picture of Mount Shasta with these clouds. You know, the clouds that go, it's on the picture underneath this. And right behind me, you can't see because it's white. I don't know, it's overexposed, but there is a huge mountain with those 3 clouds right behind me. So I'm actually singing this concert for the mountain as I'm looking at the mountain and the mountains behind us. Isn't it great not to be in a hurry? My message was slow down. All right. Oops, I gotta take this off because that is from a different song. Okay. So I wrote this song to some of the gurus that I've studied. I lived in an Indian ashram for about a year, almost 2 years with Tapas Yogi Nandi. Thank you so much for teaching me so many beautiful things about universal consciousness. Jesus, for sure, was a yogi. And that's my upbringing. I was raised in a Christian faith, baptized Catholic, and I bring the Christ consciousness with me in everything I do. So I actually got paid to research the lives of saints. That was my job for like 2 years, and to throw events and to raise the consciousness on the planet with something called the Declaration of Consciousness, where it was like these, a certain number of principles. Everyone should be treated equal. Everyone should have clean water, sustainable housing. They should have protection and all these beautiful inalienable rights that our Constitution, really should be upholding. But sometimes when the 14th Amendment fails, other yogis put things down, and he wanted to take it to the UN, so I'd gather signatures on human rights, the human right to be spiritual in practice, and to have women be equal. I mean, that seems like a simple thing, and to have children be protected, you know? So as I was working for him, I would study the lives of saints, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna sing a song to honor these beautiful beings who devoted their entire life to consciousness and to God. And so that's what this song is. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. Om Ramana Ramana Ramana. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. Om Namo Om Namo Om Namo Om Namo. Amaji, hug through me. Papa G, sing through me. Baba G, shine your immortal light. It's all light, it's all light, it's all light. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. On this dark night, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. No place like home, 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 no place like home, 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 no place like home. Om Namo, Om Namo, Om Namo, Om Namo, Om Namo, Om Namo, Om, no place like home, 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 no place like home. No place like Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. Om Namo. Amaji, Papaji, Babaji, Guruji, Guru B-U-G, Om. So you know it's interesting, a lot of people are like, I don't need a guru, I'm from the West, I'm my own guru. Well, a guru can be a blade of grass. For me, a guru is the present moment. If you can read the present moment, like a tarot card, if you can read the present moment, you can see that everything that is a gift. The present is truly a gift. And guru means, gu is like darkness, and ru is light. So guru is anything that teaches us to bring light into the darkness. To bring light into the darkness. And that's what Christ was doing. He was bringing light into a dark world. And we have the opportunity to turn on our own Christ light and bring darkness back into the light. Just like a star shines through the dark, dark, dark night. Not to reject the darkness, but to be able to pierce through the darkness and see that every moment is precious and every moment is a present. Every moment is a gift. So the next song I'm going to do, this is a song from Alexa Sunshine Rose. And I love her music. You know, check her out. She's amazing. If you guys ever do an event, please book her. She is so sweet. She is like an angel. And when you're a singer or a songwriter, it's like so amazing to appreciate other musicians. And for me, I have a vision to promote artists. So I'm going to be doing a concert in my backyard, and Donna DeLore has agreed so graciously to, sing. And so those of you who know Donna DeLore, she's an incredible Kirtan singer, and she was on tour with Madonna for about 20 years. She went on the Blonde Ambition tour, and I saw that concert. It was amazing. And now, miracle, she's going to be in my backyard on May 22nd. So if you want to get tickets to that, I'll post a flyer on how you guys can come. I'm only going to have about 40 people because, we're not supposed to really have gatherings yet. But maybe it'll change. I'm hoping the whole thing will be open by then with all these Kirtan songs. Anyway, I'm also going to reach out to Alexa Sunshine Rose because she's so magnificent. I love her music. So I want you to be turned on to her. Lyrics are super duper high. This. Prop it up. Okay, that's good. Okay, are we ready? There's a song that heals the breath. There's a song that heals the mind. There's a song that heals our bodies, and it's with us all the time. There's a song that speaks the name of the Holy One without doubt and shame. There's a song that guides us home in that sacred name. There's a song that heals the breath. There's a song that heals the mind. There's a song that heals our bodies, and it's with us all the time. There's a song that speaks the name of the holy ones without doubt or shame. There's a song that calls us home in that sacred name. Alexa Sunshine Rose, a song that heals. J Ma, Aki. So beautiful, right? All right, I'm going to do one more from her, just because it's medicine. Music is medicine. Music is vibration. Music is sound. Music can turn a frown upside down. Music is medicine. So this one goes. Humble me so that I may see your beauty more clearly. Humble me so that I may see this creation with beauty. The pure water flowing from your breast teaches me to live like the ocean. The pure water flowing from your breast teaches me to flow like the sea. The pure fire flowing from your sun teaches me to live like the open-hearted. Humble me so that I may see your beauty more clearly. Humble me so that I may see this creation with beauty. The pure water flowing from your breast teaches me to live like the ocean. The pure water flowing from your breast teaches me to live like the sea. The pure water flowing from the Ganges teaches me to bathe in the open-hearted. Humble me so that I may treat this creation with beauty. Humble me so that I may see all God's love in all things. Humble me so that I may see myself and all the beings. The pure water flowing from your breast teaches me to live like the oceans. The pure water flowing from your sea teaches me to live like the trees. The pure fire flowing from your sun teaches me to live like the open-hearted. Humble me. Humble me. Humble me. To be as humble as a piece of straw. Madhu was teaching me in our Kirtan leadership training one of the principles of bhakti, which means devotional singing to God. Humble me. Humble me. As humble as a piece of straw. Mold me like clay in the master's hand. Play me like Krishna's flute. Allow me to be the light that Christ shines through these eyes and these hands and these feet and this heart. Humble me. Amen. It's my beautiful baby. I just got her. Just not even like 2 weeks ago. Oh no, she came, what is it, we're just in April. She came on the 22nd of March. I got my first one gifted to me like over 10 years ago. I think Reverence was 9 months old. I was at a Sikh temple. Yeah, and I'd gotten the harmonium, and then I got the other gift of the drum, and I never really played it. And this year I was like, yep. I gifted that drum to a friend of mine, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to get a brand new drum, and that'll be my baby that I pray with every day. Now it's easy, because I'm playing Kirtan, but if I don't know the chords, I can hear a song. Madhu helped me reverse engineer it. However, it does take practice to get the chords. With a drum, anybody can sing anytime, anywhere, any place. So I've been bringing my drum on tour with me, and I just stop at nature reserves, and I just pop it out, and I sing for the I sing for the trees, I sing for the Joshua trees, I sing for the cactuses, I sing for the lizards, the frogs, everything. Oh, and also, by the by, a beautiful goddess friend of mine told me to get this book, Chants of a Lifetime by Krishna Das. And it is so fantastic. Last night I was reading a little bit of it, and it touched my heart so much that I just started singing. It was like I wanted to go to bed, but I read a couple things, and I was like, oh, I'm going to sing before I go to bed. So now I have a morning practice and an evening practice. All right, I think I'm going to just do a couple more. I've almost given you my entire set list, but I'm going to hold some back so I can sleep and rest before my show tonight. All right. Let's put my baby drum over here. Now, those of you who are musicians that are shy, just get yourself out there. It doesn't matter where you start. You know what I'm saying? You can start with a harmonica. When I was a kid, every weekend, we were hillbillies, so I was born in Maryland, but we used to go to West Virginia with all my aunts and my uncles, and my cousin played the spoons, my other cousin played the washboard, one of my uncles played the banjo, somebody else played the steel guitar, my mama was a singer, she played the regular guitar, and I just sat there and danced and sang with all my hillbilly relatives. And it didn't matter what it was. I mean, you could pick up a spoon and start playing it, right? So don't judge yourself when you play music. It's all about your heart. So this is a song I wrote called I See You. And I see you, peekaboo, I see you. And I wrote this when my daughter was born, so this is, 2010. And I used to just stare at her. If you were a mother or a father and you've ever had a baby, oh my God, the first year you're just totally blissed out by staring at your child's face. And I got really quiet. And all I did was hike with my baby in the mountains. I didn't really work for that first year. I lived in an RV and I was building medicine wheels and going on hikes and talking to frogs and looking at eagles and hawks and crows. And so I was really taking it all in, and I realized that behind every baby's eyes is the divine, and inside of every leaf is the divine. And before I knew it, everything I saw was divine. So that's what this song was to me. I see you in snowflakes on a midnight winter sky. I see you in springtime in a yellow butterfly. I see you in tiny crystal caramel sand. I see you in the autumn leaves painted by God's hand. I see you. I see you. Na-na-na. I see you. I see you in the falling rain, wetting my wounded soul. I see you in the firelight, burning up my ego. I see you in the darkened dirt, grounding all my fears in life. I see you in misty clouds, dissolving all my mind. I see you. Na-na-na. I see you. I am you, sitting underneath the tree. All time turns like seasons dancing merrily. My heart burns for the Trinity. Your soul yearns across infinity, yet we are one. I see you. Do you see me? I am you. Do you believe? I am you. Can you receive? We are one around the sun, so let us shine. We can love one another. Yes, we're divine. I see you. I see you in the minerals. Yes, all the plants and the animals. I see you in humanity. Those angels will I see. I see you, do you see me? Cross infinity, eternity, we are one around the sun. So let us shine. Let us shine. Let us shine, 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 shine. Let us shine. So, I started singing the Gayatri mantra maybe 6 years ago. I want to thank another one of my teachers, Prasad Paul Duffy, who actually put me in charge of the music on Sunday mornings at our service 11:11 at the Source Spiritual Center. And he said to me, Athena, can you please learn the Gayatri mantra to sing on Sundays? And I was like, what's the Gayatri mantra? And I had heard Tina Malia do it. And I went, boop, 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 crazy. I went crazy. And David Permal did it, and boop, 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 I went crazy. And then I had to, of course, channel my own melody. And that is on YouTube. So those of you who have not heard Athena StarSeed's Gayatri mantra, it has an infusion of all the different mantras I got from all my different teachers. And Prasad Paul Duffy was the one that inspired the main chorus. So this is the Gayatri mantra. It's about 2,500 years old, and it's about having the soul and the universe become one. Atman, Brahman, soul, God. It's like asking God to become one with you, emerge into that light and love that you already are, right? So if God's already living inside of us, instead of thinking it coming down from heaven, we can think of it letting go from our own egoic will, like peeling the layers of an onion, or they call it the golden Buddha. The Buddha's already within, the awakened soul's already there with God's light, and we just have to let go of what doesn't serve us. So chanting this mantra helps. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitu Vareyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyayana Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitu Vareyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyayana Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitu Vareyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. With me one more time. Om Babhuva Swaha Tatsavitu Vareyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Gayatri Mantra Jayaki. Oh Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be your living sanctuary for you. Oh Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be your living sanctuary for you. I love that song. I was raised on that song. I'm not sure who wrote that song, but you can look it up. It's so beautiful. And then recently, I just watched something really great on YouTube, A Week Away. A Week Away, A Week Away, A Week Away. Those of you who love musicals, it is a Christian musical. It's so great. Well, actually, it's really about God. It's a musical about God. And these kids, they go away and they sing. And it brings so much joy to their life. But there's this one kid who was going down the wrong path because his parents abandoned him. And he was going to go to jail. And they gave him a choice. You can go to this camp a week away or you can go to jail. And, you know, his, I guess, parole officer really recommended to go to the camp. And at this camp, he had to pretend that he was something that he wasn't. And he had lied to some of the children. And he felt really bad. So he ran away. And when he finally forgave himself and he decided that it was okay to tell people who he really was and that his parents abandoned him, he walked back to the camp and they all started singing around the campfire this song. And I was sobbing. My daughter wanted me to watch it and I was like, oh my God, this is the favorite musical ever. It's so beautiful. And this is the song. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome awesome God. God is an awesome God. And instead of saying our, it's God, God is an awesome God. Because there's no our. Because if you think of our, then there's mine, then there's you, and then there's, me. But when I say our, I mean everything. Everything. And I'm sure when the person wrote it, our God is everything. All of God, all of light, all of love, all of blessings. Let nothing separate us. Let all beings be happy and free. So my last song we sing the body electric. This isn't my last song. We celebrate the me yet to come. I know I'm singing it. I toast to our own reunion when I become one with the sun. And I look back on Venus, I look back on Mars, and I burn with the fire of 10 million stars. And in time, we will all be stars. I sing my body electric. I celebrate the me yet to come. I toast to our own reunion when we become one with the sun. And we look back on Venus, we look back on Mars, and we burn with the fire of 10 million stars. And in time, we will all be stars. There we go. I got myself a little bhakti. A little bhakti harmonium that's really light that I can travel with. If you know this, sing it with me. I usually close out all my kirtans with this one song. I've been singing it here for, 10 years. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere imagine all the beings in the world being in harmony and unity, being happy and free. And happiness doesn't take an outside system to change an inside dimension. You can do it right here, right now, in the present moment, and decide to be in love. Send your love around the world. Set a big ball of light to the universe. And we can pray for our enemies and turn them into our friends. Because we are all the children of God, living on this beautiful Mother Gaia, spinning through the Milky Way, receiving the Divine Mother's nectar. And as we turn our hearts from sadness to joy, we can remember that we are all love and all light in all ways. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Open your third eye and see me as light. Open your third eye, it's your birthright. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. I forgive you, and I forgive myself. Do you forgive me? Can you forgive yourself? We are holy ones, the children of God. We know we are the garden, and to be pruned that we will grow. Loka samasta. Let go. Loka samasta. Let go. Loka samasta. You're freed right now. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka. Samasta sukhino bhavantu. Jai Aki. May all beings be happy and free. Jai, Jai, Jai Ma. You know, I wasn't going to tell this story, but as I was singing, my angels, my guides were like, "You got to tell the story." And I was like, okay, I'll tell it. So, when I was driving to Mount Shasta, I told you I had to pull over and I got a hotel. And that night I had a very profound dream. And my dreams wake me up out of a sound sleep and they ask me to take direct action. So this dream was about my aunt and my uncle. And they have a very special place in my heart because as a child, I ran away from home at 16 and I lived with them for a year. And they had a huge impact on my life. My uncle is a preacher. And when I was 11 and I was in a wheelchair, they came out and visited me a lot in the hospital and they laid hands on me and they prayed over me. And they prayed in the language of light. They prayed in tongues. And And I prayed and prayed and prayed. And at 11, I also received that gift. But it was through their divine love that I thought that that was even possible. And my uncle would often read me scripture, and my aunt would often stop whatever she's doing and pray with me. And no matter what happens to this day, when I feel really called, I reach out to them and I ask them to pray over my clients, over my friends, over strangers, over shootings, over elections, over everything. And they stop no matter what they're doing and they pray with me. So 2 nights ago, I had a dream, and in the dream, I was giving my Uncle Bobby a present. And my Aunt Nancy was sitting here, my Uncle Bobby was there, and he's unwrapping the present, and she's smiling. And then I hand him a bouquet of flowers. And then it looks like there's another day that goes by, and then I hand him another gift, and he starts unwrapping it. And I go, oh, wait a minute. Did I give you a gift yesterday? Yes. Did I give you flowers? Yes. Okay. This might be for my father, but I'm not sure. I just feel like I'm supposed to give you this. And so he was there opening it, and boom, I wake up out of a sound sleep, and my soul says, call your aunt right now. And I thought my aunt had died. I thought maybe my aunt or my uncle had died because that dream was so profound. And I called my aunt, and she said, we're coming home from the hospital. Last night I almost died, and I had a blockage in my heart, and they put a stent in my heart, and they saved my life. If my uncle hadn't gotten my aunt to the hospital right the moment she did, she would have crossed over. And that was so profound that I called right at the perfect time. They were just coming back from the hospital. So she might have been having surgery when I had the dream. I don't know. And the reason why I'm sharing this dream with you is because when you have dreams, they're messages for our soul, from our soul, to take action in our waking life. And they do make a difference. So I'm so grateful to God that my aunt is still alive, miracle after miracle, that her heart is working. And I want to just say thank you to my Uncle Bobby for saving her life and getting her to the hospital on time this week. And I want to thank the doctors for operating on her and having a successful surgery. And I just want to share with you that miracles happen every day when your eyes are filled with light. So I bless you. I bless you. I bless you. With all my heart, mind, and soul in my body. And I thank you for spending this wonderful Kirtan afternoon on Mount Shasta, right there, the beautiful, glorious Mount Shasta. In fact, I'm going to take you outside so that you can see the mountain, and I'm going to end with the mountain. I love you. Blessings and light. Okay, come and see the mountain. Come and see the mountain. Are you guys ready? We're going to show you the mountain. Here we go. Here it comes. Okay, you ready? There it is. There's Mount Shasta, right over my balcony. Receive the mountain love energy. Now I'm going to do a little close-up.